Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the next part of the OU Road to Rank 1. Today we're using a team by Adapt or Die. We actually played him in, I think, the previous episode or the episode before that. Now, thank you everybody for all the support on the Road to Rank 1. I'm going to try and make it a little bit more frequent starting today. As I obviously want to progress in this, and as well as the UU one. Though UU I'm only like 20 points away from top 10, so I'm not as worried. It's more so the breaks I take in between uploading it. I just lose a whole bunch of points because of decay. If you guys didn't know, after you get to a certain point on the ladder, I think because I'm in the 1800s, I lose 5 points a day or something like that if I don't play 5 games or something like that. Maybe it's a little bit more than 5 points. I don't know how it works necessarily. I just remember doing OLT, it mattered. But of course, if you do enjoy, I would love you to leave a like. If we could hit 1,000 likes, that'd be fantastic. Let us get into team preview though with this Mimikyu Alakazam Stack Attack squad. So the first member of the team that we have is Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele provides Psychic Terrain support. It's running the Terrain Extender because this team has Tapu Lele plus Mega Alakazam, as you guys will see. But Terrain Extender to obviously extend its Psychic Terrain. Hidden Power Fire for Scizor and Ferrothorn. Side Shock is its main stab, boosted by its own terrain. Moonblast, of course, giving it that Fairy Stab. And Focus Blast is nice for weakening Pokemon like Heatran. Allowing Alakazam to do a better job. Basically, this Pokemon gets up Psychic Terrain for the next Pokemon, which is Calm Mind, 3 attacks, Mega Alakazam. Using it as a breaker, a sweeper in the tier. It basically gets a Specs boost on its Psychic anyway, with the Psychic Terrain being up. Also providing it support from priority attacks, being immune to those under Psychic Terrain. But we also have Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, and Psychic. Shadow Ball is there for Lotties, and it's also good for Tapu Lele. Obviously, Focus Blast is there for Heatran and Ferrothorn. I'm going to be clicking it, man. I'm going to be clicking it, especially because this team doesn't have very many outs for those Pokemon anyway. I'm going to be clicking it. I don't even care. That's it. Magearna is the next member of the squad, and this is really cool because it gives us something to stop Kartana from clicking Leaf Blade versus us. It also gives us Trick Room. Now, this is actually a pseudo type of Trick Room team. It gives us our own Fairy and Psychic Resist. As well as a Dark Resist, but Trick Room, Flare Cannon, Fairyum Z, Focus Blast, and Thunderbolt. So again, a lot of Focus Blast on this team. We want to weaken Pokemon that would otherwise stop Alakazam from clicking Psychic, right? So that's the idea behind it. Thunderbolt, obviously for Toxapex, for Greninja, it's a more accurate move. For Skarmory and Celesteela, and then Z Flare Cannon is an excellent nuke. Lanner's Therian form is the next member. It's actually a lead Lanner's Focus Stat, so it's Swords Dance, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and Explosion. But typically you'll see Jolly and Max Speed on this one. This one's actually Max HP, Max Attack, Adamant Nature, so it'll be a stronger explosion than most that you've seen. And I guess the idea behind it is make it bulky enough to take a hit, since the team is relatively frail, at least from the first 2 members. Magearna obviously can take a hit because of the Trick Room variant, so it's slow and it's bulky. But make it better resist opposing Landorus, get up the rocks, Swords Dance, and boom through, hopefully that, or anything that wants to try and defog. Mimikyu is the next member on the squad. Mimikyu is a Trick Roomer for the squad. It's actually a really great Trick Roomer because of Disguise, so it's pretty much guaranteed a Trick Room unless your opponent has something like Mold Breaker on a Pokemon attacking it, or I guess Taunt. But Trick Room, Swords Dance, Play Rough, and Shadow Claw, max HP and max attack, Brave Nature. Again, it is almost a dedicated, or it's basically a guaranteed Trick Room for the most part. Last but not least is Stack Attack. Stack Attack is a Trick Room member on the squad. Every single one of the Trick Room users are sweepers in their own regard, right? Magearna can just blast through something with its Z Flare Cannon, right? Mimikyu obviously has Swords Dance, and Stack Attack obviously have his own offensive presence as well as Beast Boost. So with a Lonely Nature, if you do pick up a KO and 15 defensive IVs, you actually get an attack raise when you pick up a KO instead of a defense raise. So it's Stone Edge, Gyro Ball, Earthquake, and Trick Room, and it's not Z, it's Air Balloon. That way a late game Landorus Therian cannot just Earthquake through your entire team. So it's pretty cool. I know from personal experience that it works. And yeah, we're gonna get right into the battles. All right, guys. So we have our first game, and it's a Sticky Web versus Trick Room. So it's not the worst for me. Obviously, my my Trick Roomers really do or don't mind the speed drop. So as far as game plan goes, Stack Attacka on an Air Balloon is going to be really crucial for me not losing to Pinsir. I'm going to lead off the Landorus and get up rocks because I want to chip away a little bit at Pinsir and basically make it so I can click Gyro Ball this entire game. I'm assuming Smeargle is just my opponent's lead of choice. Now, one thing I could do, and I should calc that, Alakazam. +1. I don't know why this isn't as modest, but it should be. That is definitely not up to date. +1 Timid. If I lead Zam and Calm Mind Up and Psychic, I'm okay because I'm pretty sure he'll go for. I'm pretty positive this dude would go for the Sticky Web first, right? So if I do that, I think I'm okay with just leading off with Zam. Like I said, Calm Minding Up or just clicking Focus Blast immediately. He leads off with Greninja. There's no way you're Scarf Gren on a Sticky Web team. I'm Mega Evolving, clicking Focus Blast. Like, this thing is a giant threat versus my squad. I don't really mind. If I get rid of this thing, first off, look at Gyro Ball and look at his team, right? Besides Shuckle. Don't look at Shuckle. Shuckle's slow. Shuckle's very slow. So I'm going to Mega Evolve and click Focus Blast immediately. First off, I'll trace Protean if he is Protean. So that'd be pretty cool. So this Focus Blast will actually be insanely strong as well. So if he goes like Mag or something, that'd be cool too. Mag actually doesn't 1v1 me, depending. I'm assuming because it's Sticky Web, it is Calm Mind Magearna. And as well as, like I said, in this game, my Mimikyu's Disguise is going to be important for not losing to Zygarde, not losing to potentially Magearna, so one or the other. Landorus being max HP makes a lot of sense as well now that I think about it as I'm playing, as it allows me to deal with, you know, XYZ, these Pokemon here. But yeah, I'll just Mega Evolve right now and click the Focus Blast. He could switch out into Mimikyu if he wants to bust a Disguise, which I would not mind for Stack Attacker for later. Or he can go Magearna, which again, damage on that I do not mind at all. Right? The damage on that is nice. So I'm assuming Shuckle is going to be your play though. Exactly. So ideally we hit this Focus Blast. I traced 32 too, which is really nice. And I managed to land the Focus Blast and get a crit, which is pretty big. So that means I can just Psychic here. He's going to be limited to, hopefully, his Sticky Web. I go Stealth Rock, no Sticky Web. I'm okay with that. He doesn't have a Psychic Switch in. I still have my Sturdy, so I'm at full. So I'm basically safe versus at least one Pokemon, right? Mimikyu comes out. Busting this thing's Disguise is very, very, very important to me. I don't think my... Oh, then again, my Zam is actually pretty good in this game in general. So I actually go Landorus just to get off the Intimidate. As he goes for Shadow Claw and crits me with his Life Orb attack. I don't think rocks are going to be so necessary as far as you know, winning this game, and I much rather just bust Mimikyu's Disguise. So I'm okay with that. Luckily, I live too, which is pretty important. And we'll just go for a max attack Earthquake here. Now, I want to say I should be able to go Magearna and Trick Room up. Magearna's obviously resists to Greninja, but because my Zam is alive and I have Psychic Terrain plus Zam, I should be good versus Pinsir. I'm assuming that in Terrain, which is essentially +1, so I don't need that. Him not getting up Sticky Web was big. Like, me getting that crit was pretty big, I guess. Maybe it might have just 2 KO'd anyway. I'm assuming in Terrain, yeah, that's Psychic outside of Terrain, so yeah, Pinsir drops. Nice. I can just Trick Room up here. I don't see a reason not to. He's -1 attack. If he SD's up, so what? And my Magearna should just be plowing through his team right now. If he goes out to his own Magearna, I get a little bit of damage off on it. Zygarde is the main thing that I'm a little bit worried about, as which is why I'm going to keep my Mimikyu's Disguise there. So Zygarde is like the main thing, because I don't think like Stack Attacker does that much to even set up Zygarde, which I'm assuming he is. Let's just say that's a lot more than I thought. But I'm assuming he's like Coil, Sub, or something. And obviously, 1,000 Arrows doesn't really care about the air balloon. So, yeah, I'm just going to click my Twinkle Tackle. I don't really care about this. Let me get rid of Mimikyu and get my +1 and proceed to mess this guy up a little bit with a +1 Magearna, right? Like under Trick Room. Thunderbolt knocks out Greninja. Thunderbolt will knock out Mega Pinsir at +1. It should. And he goes Magearna. Once again, damage is more important to me than anything else. And right here, I feel okay. I feel alright to just click Thunderbolt again as he goes, okay. I was gonna kill Flurkin, but that's fine too. I'm out of the range of extreme speed unless you're banded, and even then I'm pretty sure I still live it. So I can click +1 Flurkin and probably blow something back. As I unfortunately missed, and that's pretty crucial. As I would have been able to get, or at least weaken Magearna to the point of Alakazam, and now I'm obviously not able to. And my options for this Pokemon are very limited. So I'm going to attempt to click Trick Room here. As EZ Twinkle tackles. If I Calm Mind up, his Flare Cannon is going to do a good chunk. I don't want him to shift gear either. I think I have to go Mimikyu. That turn was so annoying for me. It honestly was. But I Trick Room up here. I go Stack Attacka. I keep Mimikyu because Mimikyu actually eats a hit from Zygarde. I go Stack Attacka. I don't think you'd Focus Blast there. You Thunderbolt or Flare Cannon. Yep. I just click Gyro Ball and pick up my KO. As long as... That crit didn't matter. As long as my Mimikyu is still around, I'll be good. I might make it so I have to hit Focus Blast on Greninja, but, I mean, that's something that I don't feel like I could get away with doing, right? Go Mimikyu now. Click Play Rough. Maybe he'll switch out into Greninja, anticipating me to want to go for Shadow Sneak. Unfortunately, I think I have to click Play Rough here. Main reason being is I don't have... basically, if I Shadow Claw, it doesn't make a difference for how much damage Greninja ends up taking, right? Pinsir comes out. This is not a problem. I just Shadow Claw here. As he Swords Dances up. If we Scarf Greninja... I guess I can make it so I don't have to hit multiple attacks. So, I'll sack my Lele now and I'll click Moonblast. He's going to be able to knock me out, right? But at least Mimikyu... And what I mean by this is that... I mean, I have to hit the attack anyway, right? That's it. That's not the hit Focus Blast, right? I'm just thinking that he couldn't Water Shuriken, and I at least still have a second sack just in case I need to. Shadow Ball should knock out Pinsir at 37%. I mean, it didn't really make a difference right there. It's more so, again, I have to hit this Focus Blast. That's it. So had I hit that attack on Magearna, it would have been a little bit different. But we hit the Focus Blast, and yeah, I was okay with it. Like that's what I said I would do in this game, or when I was going into it. So, like, had I hit the Flare Cannon on Magearna, it would have been a little bit differently because I could have went out to Lele after instead of being forced to go on to Mimikyu, as he showed his entire set. So Alakazam was always in danger. Lele couldn't knock it out. But had I hit that Flare Cannon, I could have went out to Lele after, Revenge killed him with Hidden Power of sorts, and then maybe he might have went Gren, and Gren couldn't have knocked me out at that point. And I could have just switched up to Moonblast. So, got Dr. Frog. Been seeing this man in the comments, of course, with Rain and Rain plus Lucha. Alright, so Mimikyu's Disguise is going to be very key in me not losing. Obviously, Zam is ridiculous in this, right? Zam is absolutely ridiculous. Just tracing, Swift Swim, and smacking him around. I do value rocks in this game as well. I do value rocks. I absolutely love Magearna as well, being able to eat a hit from Hawlucha. And Stack Attacka in the late game, if I get rid of this, and Ferrothorn can work. So we're going to go Lando with rock, because I do value rocks for Pelipper and limiting rain turns. He leads off with the Coco. I'm going to click Earthquake here. Click Earthquake. And just click rocks after. If he U-turns, so be it. I can get in my Mimikyu after and Trick Room. Is that the play? Do I need Lele in this game? How much does Zam do? I want to know how much Zam does to... Can you stop giving me that? Zam does to Swampert. I'm assuming it's a lot. 74 to 88. My gosh. Yeah, rocks are going to be really crucial. So as far as how it goes from here, I'm actually thinking that Stack Attacka is the... is a useless one. Because I know I could win in the end game, but what would I trick him up on? I'm assuming this is all out pummeling Gengar, right? I want to keep Lando alive just for its Intimidate for Swampert. We can go Stack Attacka here. As he clicks rocks, what a beast. I wonder if I live this waterfall. Stack attacker, you beast, you. I feel like rocks were misplay that turn. He got a kill by attacking. So I think in his sense, that was a turn where rocks were not the better play. I do not mind weakening you, my friend. You were a problem. So that was like a turn where rocks just didn't gain him much out of it, right? He might be able to get a rocks. He might be able to get up leaf seed or anything. But you didn't gain as much as, you know, obviously anything else would have done for you. So obviously hazards though are going to be very annoying. I will get in my Lele here. Click HP fire. It doesn't matter if he goes Pelipper. I would much rather get rid of the switch into this Pokemon. And if he goes per after, then I get some nice free damage as he goes Coco. On a Moonblast because he's going to U-turn. Maybe into Pelipper. But goes Ferrothorn, which again, it's the same thing for me. You're still giving me damage I need on Pokemon, right? So like my Zam is still ridiculous versus you. Like Zam is absolutely ridiculous versus him right now. Just Moonblast, so you can't come back in. Yep, Zam is absolutely ridiculous. Perk comes out. I'm gonna go Lando into Lele just to get up the terrain. He's gonna knock me out here. I'll be able to bring out Zam, Mega Evolve, trace the oh crap, I didn't even think about the I mean I got the -1 attack, which is important. Why did he switch there? Was he adamant? What? Wait, what? Why did he switch? I guess he didn't want to give me the terrain extended boost. You Scarf, buddy? Yeah, there's no way. Get out of here. No, ain't Scarf. You're Z. Scarf Gengar, no! Do I win? No. Okay, that was a misplay on my part, for sure. But I think I can still win. With, I said, do I win with Magearna? Sorry, that's all I was thinking. So Z Flare Cannon does knock this thing out. And I think it's always my play, even if he switched out into Ferrothorn at that point. So, like, Mimikyu can still win, right? Mimikyu can still win very much. Mimikyu can still win, just because of the set I'm running. SD Trick Room. Player off Shadow Claw, Shadow Claw. Alright, nice. Yeah, Mimikyu still wins. So I still win this game, but he ended up being Scarf Gengar, which made it a lot harder for me. Second terrain ends, so I don't see him saving his Gengar here at all. I guess it's Z Coco. But it should still be the same thing because I'm max HP Mimikyu. I always attempt to click Trick Room here. He's going to Z me and knock me out. I get a Mimikyu now. I click Trick Room. I click Adamant. Shadow Claw. Mimikyu, custom set. Halucho, U-Terrain. I don't think Acrobatics Okos me. +1 defense. 59 to 60. Player off does 85 to 102 to +1 defense. So, I mean, this is my better play. Good game. So I definitely messed up versus Gengar, but I was thinking, there's no way he Scarf Gengar. But that was my fault. However, even if it was, like, was Scarf Gengar, what was my out versus Scarf Gengar? It outsped my entire team always anyway. Magearna was way too important in the late game because it could Trick Room up on that thing. I do think that rocks were very poor early on turn, even though obviously I ended up sacking Zam, right? But on turn, what's it called? Turn 3, I feel like I was sacking Stack Attacka, and I ended up getting some chip damage off with it on Ferrothorn, right? But I really felt like rocks were there. That was not the turn. What is screaming outside? That was not the turn to go for rocks. So this thing gets a bunch of hazards versus me. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm Well, the way I'm gonna play about this game is I'm gonna lead Lando. I'm gonna get up rocks, and basically he loses to Trick Room. Just flat out loses to Trick Room. Right? Magirna just kills everything besides Jirachi. I'm assuming it's Scarf Jirachi or Z on this type of set. So what Lando does is I get up rocks. I weaken the Pinsir. I weaken his own Lando. Click Earthquake here. He's gonna Endeavor me. I don't think I need my disguise in this game at all. Trick him up as he goes Lando. I can still save Stack Attacker for this, so I'm just gonna SD up here. And get off my +1 adamant life warp damage. Okay, that's some big damage right there, boy. You can go ahead and give me Scullipede too. Nice, we got rid of his attack dropper. Ooh, I'm faster than you now. Go ahead and give me this Porygon as well. Yeah, he doesn't switch into this thing, period. Well, and now he does. Okay, good. This is actually better for me because we both go down. So it's a double down here. And I ideally, oh, he gives me land. This is still better for me. Like, my Stack Attacker is about to win. Stack Attacker about to go in. Just period. Right? So I'm assuming here you might go Jirachi. I go Zam. This is not Z Celebrate because it's not special. But Zam, what Zam did was it scared out Greninja. He might try and Healing Wish here. I'll always go Lando. Maybe a U-turn might come out. Just Quake. Do I want to do this? I kind of just want to explode and win with Stack Attacker. Or even Magirna. I'm gonna explode here, because if I knock him out with Earthquake, and he's able to bring out, like half these threats, I don't enjoy that. Like, I mean, Magirna wins too at this point. What's the best end game? I want to keep Lele plus Zam alive, right? Because Lele plus Zam is a win. I mean, I guess in theory. I mean, either way, Stack Attack I should win. If he switches out, he loses. If he stays in, he's busting my balloon, but I'll be able to Trick Room up. Eventually, I'll be able to Trick Room up here. Thank you. And Earthquake should pick up a KO. Whether he goes this or that, this should still kill. This is very strong. Greninja comes out. You're not going for your Terrain, Water Shuriken versus me. He goes for Dark Pulse. What a beast. I'm still faster though, so I'll be clicking Moonblast here. Wow, why would he go for Dark Pulse? That's such a I'm gonna click a button play. But the fact that I'm not Scarf is fantastic here because both this and Jirachi are outsped by my Lele. So Lele actually picks up a big KO right here. I still have my Psychic Terrain. I'm gonna hit him Power Fire this and knock this thing out, and then all I gotta do is Psychic that Pinsir and I win. So I guess Ironhead kind of almost played a role in this game. But it doesn't matter. Psychic about to dominate. Go ahead and give me that. But yeah, I'm really surprised he Dark Pulse there over Water Shuriken. I went out to Lele because I thought that he had to Water Shuriken, but Lele also covered that play anyway. Like, Lele ate every hit. That was still really odd. But I'm still learning how to use this team. I feel like Pseudo Trick Room is really fun. It reminds me of using, Trick Room Bronzong, offensive Trick Room Bronzong in DFE OU. But yeah, I'm still learning how to do it. I guess flinches was something I have to take into account every now and then. I'm really hyped, guys. I recently got a PS4. Shout out to my boy Reread those crits, and a bunch of games were sent to me as well on my birthday. Kurt's definitely playing a huge role in that. So I definitely plan on streaming with Facecam and stuff. Red Dead Redemption 2, that Nier game, Nier, the one with the robot that runs around. Okay, that robot girl, and also that's not just it. Spider-Man, Uncharted 4, The Last of Us. My sister getting me that. I think I'm actually about to pick that up. Yo, guys, it's the 24th today while I'm recording this, and I mean, for my Hispanic brothers and sisters out there, for us, well, at least from my part of the family, from what I've seen, this is how we celebrate Christmas, right? And same thing with my wife's family as well. 24th is like the big Christmas day. 25th we do nothing. But yeah, that's how I saw it anyway. He is... Yo, why is he so weak to Landers as a Pokemon? But I'm so weak to this. So I can see Combine Zam winning, but I have to be careful about Muck. This and this are the only things stopping Takataka. Barely stopping Takataka, I want to say that. Because Hippo is... If it's Toxic, Earthquake, it can't touch my Takataka. I gotta be careful though. Lando's gonna be key in this. I need a lead that deals well. I feel like my terrain isn't gonna matter as much, so I'm gonna lead off with Lele. The reason I'm leading off with Lele is because if they lead off with a Araquanid, I get some nice chip damage. But because he ended up leading off with Hippo, I'm okay with going Lando now and just clicking rocks. Lando's gonna be important for checking Excadrill and whatnot, and this also obviously worked on that double too. But this is nice because I get up my rocks here, and this gives me just a safe Magearna play. I feel like a really safe Magearna play. I'll click Trick Room here. I don't think you'd let me T-Bolt you. I think at worst you'd go Excadrill. But under Trick Room, obviously Lando still has its Focus Sash. It walls Excadrill as well. Goes for Spike. I really want to Focus Blast here. I'm going to Focus Blast. As long as I break its 30, that's what matters. As he gives me out to the one Pokemon that cannot do crap to him, man. But hopefully he thinks I don't have Thunderbolt now that I've clicked Focus Blast versus Skarm. So I'm going to click T-Bolt now. Click that young T-Bolt now. And my Flare Cannon about to blow something away. Give me Skarmory. That way my Stack Attacker can go in. Please. Please. Mimikyu is still behind the skies. Awesome. So give me Skarmory. Yeah, Stack Attacker about to attack. And my Z Flare Cannon is going to blow something back. There's like no... He has no answer to this. Yeah, he gave me the two Pokemon that he hits from Stack Attacker. Go ahead and give me this. Thank you. Go ahead and give me that Powdon. Beautiful, beautiful. And Sand Ends as well. Unless it's, yeah, Sand Ends as well. So my Drill don't care. I can literally go out into Lando and click rocks and save that thing just in case it's a Scarf Garchomp as opposed to, what's it called? A Scarf Garchomp as opposed to a Mega Garchomp. Because that means he can't click Outrage. Is what I was trying to get at. And if he clicks Earthquake, Stack Attacker is still on a balloon. So it's you know, things were looking really good for me in that play. Like that's why Focus Blast there too, because I didn't want him going Drill or a Powdon on I need water. Okay. I have a voice crack. I'm just dying. I've been in the desert. It's early. I just woke up. I mean, you can tell by my voice. I'm pretty sure y'all can tell when I just wake up versus when I've been awake for a long time and I sound like, yo, what's up, guys? You got PokeaimMD. You got that was really forced. That's really forced. Like I gotta wake up for that. That was forced. Oh god. This is a problem game. Mimikyu is gonna be very key, and I think rocks are very important too for basically putting everything in range of Zam or Stack Attacker. But yeah, we're gonna lead Lando. We're going to get up our rocks because we are Focus Sash, so that's pretty much guaranteed rocks. I don't care. I need rocks just as much as you do. So I really don't care. And I'll just explode. He can get up his Sticky Web. Doesn't get up Sticky Web, which is fantastic. Especially because Zam just comes out now. Is there a point in not Mega Evolving? There's no point in not Mega Evolving. Yeah, he doesn't get up webs and give me rocks, so I break a potential sash on Breloom. I get Water Bubble now too, so when I spit a little bit when I talk, it'll be super effective on that Mamoswine and that Victini. It also lets me resist Victini's attacks if y'all didn't know. So Victini, yo, if he goes Victini now, I want to see if I take it. I feel like I'll actually be able to take a V-Create. Zam destroys this guy, by the way. If you guys didn't know, like under terrain with his own, either his own or mine, I'm good versus this guy. So right here, basically, if the dude ends up clicking Moonblast, Magearna wins. So I am safe to, and if it's Scarf, it doesn't matter either. So I was really safe right here to just click Shadow Ball. Like I knew I could get in Magearna and just start killing every Pokemon. So I was really safe right there. Just click Shadow Ball. But all right. Games are going relatively quickly. We are getting, you know, a good amount of games done as well. I'm very happy about that. I'm liking this offensive build. Very nice. The second I start saying this, I know some build is about to pop up where I'm just going to get blown away. But it does not matter as long as we keep climbing. I've climbed to this part of the ladder 2,000 times so far, man. I'm tired of it. I need to, like I said, I'm gonna make sure that I do this more. I'm gonna make sure that I'm more frequent with my Roads Top 10 and Road to Rank 1 uploads. Because I do want to finish this one eventually. I don't know. I kind of regret doing the Road to Rank 1 at this point of the year because I knew that a lot of stuff would be happening. So there would be things. Why am I looking at Are You? Sorry. Because I knew that a lot of stuff would be happening. So I wanted to save it for... This is not MV. That's someone else. But I wanted to save it. Oh my god. Combine Zam just destroys this guy. Absolutely destroyed. If Combine Zam, first off, it has to be Scarf Lando, but if Combine Zam hits every single one of attacks, it just wins. Now, this is a situation where just leading off of Landorus is fantastic versus this dude, because I get up rocks and I'm SD to break something as well. Absolutely love it. I'm assuming he's just Scarf. We're going to click rocks here. If he's not Scarf, that's even better for me, because that means he's probably Scarf Zone, and what that means is nothing will outspeed my Alakazam. I would love if he goes for rocks here, as opposed to U-turning. HP Ices, okay. I can bring out Lele now. Lele takes every hit from him and deals with potentially Pharaoh or something coming in as well. Just revealed that he's not Scarf. I'm going to HP Fire immediately. I just want to break a potential Sash. He can't knock me out with any hit anyway unless it's a Z move, which I guess he could have, technically speaking. But yeah, knowing that it's not the Sash Lando, and obviously also landing HP Fire on this thing is fantastic for me. There's no way he just gives me Feral Thorn. I Side Shocked here, like a man. Alright, well, my Terrain Extender is gone, but my Side Shock's still Okoing Pokemon, so I don't really mind that. Why would you give me this thing? I will get up my rocks versus Toxapex. Okay, so he just made it, so I click Psychic and Shadow Ball versus his entire team. Like, this is what this guy just did right now. I only want rocks because I'm worried about Lando, but... Yeah, I think he's Scarf. I think he might be Scarf. I mean, look at Stack Attack and look at his team, too. Oh my god, it's looking beautiful. I value my terrain way more than I do Lele, so... Yeah, I do. A lot more. This is the freest Zam of my life to just Mega Evolve and click Psychic. It will 100% knock out Magnezone. It will knock out Pharaoh. It puts Latios in range, in range of Shadow Ball. Like I said, this guy gave me the freest Zam win of my life. This is a dead Magnezone, my friend. This is a dead Magnezone. He gave me HP Fire damage, which showed that it wasn't Assault Vest Zone. I would have done like 30 if it was. So, go on to Lando, dude. Just go out to Lando. I know you have a 20% Feral Thorn, but don't go out into it. Oh, and I trace Iron Barbs too. Not bad. Yeah. So this destroys Pinsir. This destroys Toxapex. Lottie literally asked the Draco if it wants to do any damage. I live Draco always, but I don't really want to take it. I don't want him to Earthquake either. I feel like Mimikyu is my play. Its disguise isn't as important. Looks like it's Scarf Lottie. And like I said, I really do value just damage on something like Lando, especially because he showed it's not Scarf. He showed it's not like something like AV either. So I really value that damage. Earthquake is free versus me, so he should go for it. Yeah, boy. And you can go ahead and give me this Lando. I do not mind. Go ahead and give me that beast boost. Pinsir comes out. I go Lele to get up that terrain. Like I said, my disguise on Mimikyu is not busted, so I'll still be able to deal with this. I go Lele to get up that terrain. He goes for Earthquake here. I just click Moonblast. I mean, he should remember that I'm not Scarf. But after that, all I do is go out into Big Zammer and click Young Psychic. I'm going to knock out Pinsir. And Magearna, Magearna winning too. Magearna is winning too. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Doo-doo. Da. Okay. Magearna went into. Mimikyu is there as well. Magearna just wins if he gives me Toxapex. Just click Psychic. I don't want him doubling, and it looks like he's not even... Aw, my bad, bro. That's big. That's big. That's big luck right there. That's big luck. What'd I trace? Takataka is the least important member on the squad. I just need some damage on you, buddy. If I'm able to, obviously. Right here, Shadow Claw is my play. Because, again, damage on Pinsir ensures that even if he has Ds, I don't mind. Basically, damage on Pinsir ensures that Mimikyu will win. He might double here. That's why we make this play and just click Twinkle Tackle. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. You're dead. You try to bring it back. That Lottie. Why did I think it was Mega Lottie when he had a Pinsir? What's wrong with me? Who am I? I mean, I win the game with Zam anyway, so it don't really matter. Was it Soul Dude Lottie? That might have been able to knock me out. Alright, well, we win this game. I told you Zam would go in versus this guy, though. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Sorry, I was looking at that video that Keem made. Hey. Hope you reach top 10. Thank you, man. Oh, reach the top. Reach the top. Thank you, man. Good game. Juggle Miss was pretty big, but I think I still could have came back from it with just these two. Because Magearna would always weaken Toxapex. And then he needs a good amount of damage on me. But that's a good place to end it. I'm going to try and get the next episode up in a day and a half. So basically on the day after Christmas, I'm going to try and get the next episode for that. That way we don't have as much decay. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Really fun team, dude. I definitely got to get used to using it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.